I've spent the past couple of months gaming on the Quest 3, and holy shit, I think this might be the only gaming console you need right now. But I really do think that the Quest 3 is just one of those devices that everyone should try at least once, but doesn't because of either skepticism, lack of information, or just general lack of enthusiasm from VR and AR's early days. But here's the thing, I think one of the key areas the Quest 3 really shines is just the pure fun that you can have on it, both solo and with friends or with strangers. And you guys know I stray away from sharing specs or just general generic review videos on this channel because I want you to experience it as close as you can without actually experiencing it. And I think the best way for me to show you what gaming on the Quest 3 is like is, well, you know, take you along for the journey.
Let's see how you
So VR, or more accurately XR these days I guess, has come a really long way. We have relatively small headsets with capabilities of 8K lenses or hand tracking, which is incredible by itself, standalone gaming, and even AR experiences where you can interact with the world around you.
Oh, this is crazy.
But here's the thing, there's a ton of headsets to choose from, which is why I think it's important to first break down the two types of gaming on the Quest 3, which in my opinion is actually what makes it stand out as one of, if not the best option for most people. The two types of gaming you have on Quest are standalone and PC VR. Standalone just means that games can run on the Quest by itself. You don't need anything else.
Got him. Got him!
PC VR are basically PC games that use the Quest as a pass-through screen or VR headset. Think about it like the PC is doing all the work and the Meta Quest is just displaying the data and also transferring input data from the Quest back to the PC.
So one of the coolest things is that I'm actually using an app called Virtual Desktop to remotely connect to my PC. So this is a wireless connection to my PC and it is streaming the game to my headset right now, as well as the input and everything, which is pretty crazy. Why is my character in the air?
So here's the thing, to accurately portray what gaming is like, I think it's important that I show you both, starting with standalone.
So one of the coolest things about the Quest 3 that I feel like makes it one of the more valuable devices that you can get is just the fact that this is the Quest. This is it. It's standalone and everything that you could ever want to do to a certain extent runs off of this all by itself.
I think standalone is what makes the Quest have its bigger strength when you're comparing it to other headsets on the market. The Quest 3 is powered by a Snapdragon processor, and this allows on-device processing. No wires, no PC, no nothing. It can run games on the headset without any external help. And the games aren't bad. You've got games like Dungeons of Eternity, which is a ton of fun.
Oh shit.
Or Contractors, for those of you that are into VR shooters.
It is Sunday morning, Super Bowl Sunday actually. So in any other circumstance, I would probably say I'm gonna play some Pro Era.
I'm feeling like Patrick Mahomes right now. That's crazy.
But I actually wanna play the Batman game. All of these Meta Quests come with the Batman Arkham game. Mine didn't come with it because I bought mine like a year and a half before they started the promotion. But I've been really wanting to try it, so I think I'm gonna enjoy this coffee this Sunday morning and try the Batman game.
Batman Arkham Shadow, where you can literally be Batman.
They have so much to lose. The Batman, a rat with wings,
And this enables a whole new world. You could do this on the couch or in small places or even on an airplane or a train or outside if you wanted to.
Now this is the KIWI battery pack, and I got this because that is one of the limitations of the Quest 3. You gotta think, if it's doing all this standalone processing, camera tracking, stitching scenes together, hand tracking, gaming, all that stuff, it runs through battery life pretty quick with the built-in battery.
It's extremely easy to use. Just grab your headset, grab your controllers, power it on, no wires, no nothing, and you are seamlessly integrated and immersed into a new world of gaming.
Gaming on the Quest has just been so much freaking fun, man. Like, I don't know how you could not have fun using that thing. Unless you are like really prone to motion sickness, which I will say, anybody who gets motion sickness, probably not going to be a great experience for you. But other than that, it's just such a versatile tool to be able to have fun. Like, just from playing the standalone games, multiplayer, being able to use cloud gaming and just sit down and play Madden on this gigantic screen, or whatever other games through like GeForce Now, or just plugging it into a PC and just unlocking the power of a freaking 4090 or something. It's such an awesome device. It is so much fun to use.
And it even expands into multiplayer or social experiences. You can go online, connect your headset to Wi-Fi, and now all of a sudden you can play with friends or strangers in those same exact games.
I will say that the downside to MetaQuest gaming is that, and it's not really a downside, it just depends on whether or not it bothers you. 80 to 90% of the people you play with are gonna be little kids.
And here's the crazy thing, one of the best parts about gaming in VR on a Quest 3 is it doesn't even have to be VR. Xbox Cloud Gaming works with the Game Pass subscription, and it's really not half bad. You just fire up the Xbox Cloud app and suddenly you have access to an entire library of Xbox games. But if Xbox Cloud Gaming isn't your thing, Nvidia recently also brought the ability to use GeForce Now on the Quest, which enables an entirely new world of PC gaming on Quest, allowing you to play games that you already own on PC right on your headset.
So the problem with the Quest 3 and standalone, there's really only two things. One, battery life. You gotta think, you're running full power applications, VR, XR, all that stuff. All this processing is happening on here, on the device, and the battery's not super equipped. There's no cable plugged in, so you're not getting a constant stream of power, so battery life dies pretty quickly, even when you have an extra battery pack, although that does help a ton. And then the other thing, with it being standalone, with it having the Snapdragon processor inside, all of the processing is happening on here. That's the equivalent of like a mobile phone, maybe slightly better. And it's doing all that work, so you're not getting a ton of graphical power. You're not getting a ton of, powerful, good-looking gaming out of this thing. Now, what they've been able to pull out of it is absolutely incredible. Some of those games like Batman Arkham Shadow looks incredible, but at the end of the day, you are limited to the device.
When I wanted more power, more depth, more fidelity, high definition, that's when PC VR stepped in to fill the gaps. I think this is where the Quest 3 really shines. The hybrid nature, the ability to be a standalone device as well as connect to a PC, both wired and wireless.
So here's the craziest, coolest thing that I learned right around the time that I got a Quest 2 that I love about the MetaQuest, and that is that when you plug this into a PC, it becomes an entirely new device because now you're relying on the power of the PC, and this is just basically your monitor. It's your VR monitor. So you can unleash an entirely new world of high definition, high resolution, awesome immersive gameplay just by having one of these and a PC.
And you can do it via a USB-C cable through Quest Link or Steam Link, or you can do it wirelessly over apps like Virtual Desktop. I personally love using Virtual Desktop because I don't like having to worry about a wire getting all over the place and tripping over it and stuff. But just know that if you do it over wireless, you may have a little bit more latency, especially based on your home network.
Alexa, turn on The Office. Mondays at the office are a great time for some Quest gaming because Joel's not here, which doesn't mean I get to slack off. It just means that I get a little more time to myself, so I'm gonna play some Quest games. I honestly can't wait until they fix the form factor. Not fixed, because there's nothing wrong with it, but the size is obviously
the biggest negative to this thing. So when they get this into some really slim tech, it's gonna be pretty sweet.
When you start utilizing the power of your PC, you get all of these stunning visuals and immersive environments. Games like Boneworks or Half-Life Alyx or even Zero Caliber just look fantastic. Using the PC creates unique experiences that standalone gaming just can't match. For example, side by side, you can tell that Contractors just looks better on the PC than it does on the standalone edition. And if you go on Steam and you look at the library, you can just tell that there's a ton of games out there that you can play. It's almost like an endless library of content for you to be able to play in this immersive environment. Now, that's not to say that PC VR doesn't come with its own challenges. You have barriers like connecting the headset, installing the right software, making sure that your network supports it if you're using wireless.
So you might be a little surprised to know that you don't actually need a super powerful PC to do this. This is the PC that I'm currently using. This is a small form factor build with an i7 14700K. And actually, no, this is an i5 14600K. And a 4060 in it. And this is what I've been using to do all of the PC VR stuff lately. But actually, when I had my Quest 2, I was using like a really old 9th gen i5 and a GTX 1060, and it was doing fine with like Boneworks and Flight Simulator at the time. Obviously, things progress, but you don't need something super powerful to take advantage of PC VR. Just something good enough.
And if you do choose to connect your headset over wires, just keep in mind that that's going to introduce the tethered gameplay problem where you might need to move around and you might trip over the wire or something. But again, I usually do this over virtual desktop and I don't really have any issues. Every once in a while, I'll get a latency spike, but as long as the PC is hardwired to your router and you're close to that router, you should be good to go. Games like Boneworks are really fun because they really showcase the power of VR gaming. The physics are real, the feeling is real. You can jump over an edge and feel like you're actually falling through the sky.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
The way that you interact with the world feels like the way you interact with the real world, and that's what makes it so immersive. And you can see these things in games like Contractors as well, where you're actually physically holding the gun. You have to line up your sights to get the shot correct. It really does take gaming to a whole new level of realism.
So right before we finish wrapping up this video, KIWI actually sent out a couple of accessories to go with the Quest 3, which is pretty cool. I didn't get to fit them into the video in time, but they did send out their new facial interface, the V3, and the G4 Pro controller grips, which is a lot better than what are on here right now. This is really cool because right now I'm using this like this cheap silicone pad that keeps coming off. The interface that comes with the Quest is soft, but it irritates your skin a little bit because it's kind of rough. So I'm looking forward to putting this on and using this moving forward.
But let's be honest, not everybody wants to spend additional money on a gaming PC or the games that you have to buy on PC. Some people may just want the Quest, and that's where I think this thing really shines.
So there's obviously a balance that the Quest 3 offers. While PC VR offers experiences that are completely unmatched with graphical capabilities and amazing immersive gameplay, Standalone also offers the most portable and accessible option. And that's where I think the Quest 3 shines, as I mentioned in the beginning. This is a hybrid device. It allows the best of both worlds. You can play games on a plane, or you can play games from the comfort of your home. You can fire up cloud gaming. You can do all of these amazing things standalone. And then you can plug it into a PC and unlock a whole new world of gameplay and experiences. And while it's not the best headset on the market, it is certainly one of the most valuable and affordable. I mean, you think about how the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S are so aggressively priced, and the fact that it runs Meta Horizon OS, which so many developers are developing for, and they just open it up to other headsets too, so there's gonna be a lot more development coming in. It offers the best of both worlds. No matter what you're looking for, you can get some super casual fun gameplay and experiences, or you can have maximum immersion. That's the Quest 3. So I don't think the Quest 3 is just a gaming device. It's a portal into countless worlds and experiences with friends, family, and even strangers. It's a lot of fun, and I'm convinced it is the future of gaming. Maybe not in its current form, but at some point, I think this is where we're headed. And if you want to pick one of these up, I will leave a link in the description, but this is not a sponsored video. I just wanted to share my genuine experience. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one.
Hey. Run around town, hey. In the shit. Hey, yeah. I've been laying low and getting to some plays with the bros. People hitting me about so and so, but say it ain't so.